Hello grade 9s, this is question 3, the other one was actually question 4. You will see the effect on the counting equation 1 here. That looks like this must actually be question 4, alright, and then the one we're going to do now is question 3. Okay, in this video I'm just going to do the bank account. Alright, now bank account is an asset account. Okay, bank account is an asset account, and assets become more on the debit side and less on the credit side. So now think about it. If we want to do the bank account, we must look for the name bank. Alright, so there's bank, here we will find bank, and there we will find bank. Okay, now bank is 58,000 opening balance. If they don't tell you, we're going to work with Daxel. So Daxel tells me that these are debits and these are credits. Okay, debits and credits, okay, for opening balances. Okay, now bank is an asset. Okay, so I'm going to work with assets there, and if I look at assets there, it has a debit opening balance. Alright, so that 58,000 Rand I'm going to bring down to the left hand or debit side, and I'm going to write 58,000 over there. Okay, secondly, I must say I'm bringing the balance down. Okay, so opening balance, so I'm bringing it down. So BD means on the first day of the month it's brought down. So this is the first day of the month. We're working with the month of April, and it's 2021. So I'm going to write here April 2021. First day of the month, balance brought down 58,000, and you can put the zeros there as placeholders. Okay, that's 0 cents. Okay, alright, so this is all on the debit side because bank is an asset and assets have a debit opening balance. Another way to find this 58,000 is to say, okay, assets and liabilities. Okay, assets and liabilities. Wherever the plus is, there the opening balance will be. So the plus for assets is on the debit side, plus for liabilities on the credit side. Okay, so that's a 58,000. Now, this is the cash receipts journal, so I'm receiving money. So it means my bank becomes more. And on which side does the bank become more? On the left hand side, debit side. So I'm going to put the 100,000 Rand over here. And I'm going to write, it comes from the CRJ, so I'm going to write CRJ here. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to write here, I received, it's total receipts. You can see it's a receipts journal, so I write here total receipts. And because it's on the last day of the month, last day of April, I'm going to write 30 here, total receipts. Now, a bank account always looks like this. It always has an opening balance, normally on the debit side, but if they tell you over here in the opening balances that it's got a credit, it's a credit bank opening balance, then you have to write the opening balance on that side. Otherwise, assets normally have a debit opening balance. Okay, I had 58,000 Rand, I received another 100,000, and in the CPJ, cash payments journal, I pay 60,000 out. So I'm going to put the 60,000 out, the 60,000 I'm going to put on the credit side, the right hand side where the bank becomes less, where the asset becomes less. And I'm going to write the CPJ because it comes from the CPJ, and I'm going to write total payments. Total payments. Okay. And last day of the month because it's a column in the CPJ. Normally it's a column in the CPJ. I'm going to write April 2021. And now you have to ask yourself, okay, which side has the most transactions? It's the left hand or debit side. Okay. So there's 2 transactions on the debit side and 1 on the credit side. So what I normally do, I say, okay, I'm leaving one line open underneath the two transactions, and I'm going to draw my account over there. Sorry, it's freehand, so it's not very neat, but you can do it with a ruler. Okay, so now you've got on both sides a specific amount. So now I'm asking myself, which side is the biggest? And on the left hand or debit side is the biggest. I write 158,000 on this side, I add it up. I put the same amount, I put it on the right hand side, 158,000. Okay, then this is correct, but 60,000 plus 0 is not 158,000. So I can do it on that line, or I can put it here, it doesn't matter. But just to make it look the same, I'm going to put it over there, and I'm going to write balance. And because it's the last day of the month, it's carried down. It's not brought down, it's carried down now. And what must I add to 60,000 to get 158? That's 98,000. So effectively, I took the 158,000 minus the 60,000, I got 98,000. So what happened here? Just to recap before we bring down the balance. I had 58,000, I received another 100,000, I paid 60,000 out, and then I'm left with 98,000. Okay, this 98,000 must then go to the debit side. Okay, why is that? Because this side, the debit side, was bigger than the credit side by 98,000. So I'm carrying it down on the last day, and then I'm bringing it down again on the first day of the next month. And there I've got balance on the first day, April, and then May 2021. Alright, so that was the T account. That was the T account for bank. It's always the same, only the amounts will differ for a bank account. Alright.